players!
Yes! Hang tight and gear up for today's race on Around the Track! Giselle is so lost. Hi, Giselle.
Hi.
Of course, we're in the studio with Giselle and Michelle for another thrilling race around the track. How is you all?
Good.
Good? Today, Giselle, she's still trying to catch her breath because she arrived TBS a little later than usual. Why? What happened? Are you okay?
My manager actually got in a small accident before he picked me up. So
Are you okay? Oh, is he okay?
Oh, yeah, he's fine.
I should be more mean. How's the car? Is the car okay?
Is the insurance taken care of?
Yes.
Okay, the
Thank
car
you.
won't heal. Human will heal, so I care more about the car. Wow, do. Anything special?
Yes, there is something special. My song is coming out tomorrow.
Yeah!
Wait, tomorrow's already the 21st then?
It's the 20th.
20, I thought you or
오늘
Hello.
Oh,
20th. 어떤 여자랑 헷갈렸어?
no, her track I was referring to because it's featured by Tama, and I
Right.
can't wait to hear the finalized result of it. So,
Tell us about it.
The title and the featuring and all the information is already revealed. Featured by Tama. And the title is 가사,
가사?
which means lyrics.
Right.
So yeah, the song is about that I'm writing lyrics about like this person that I was in a relationship with like a long time ago. It's not a true story at all.
왜?
But I was imagining it's a fiction.
왜? 에이.
But you know, I'm
right.
thinking back on that relationship and try to write lyrics about it, and you know, I can't even put him in words
Wow.
because it becomes like such an emotional moment.
Wow. And you said this is actually not a true story?
It's
Convince
not a
me.
true
Convince
story.
us.
I wasn't exactly like thinking about a specific person.
Right.
I was just imagining if I was like trying to write about somebody after
Right.
breakup, it would feel like this.
Interesting.
okay. And one other thing I would like to mention was I can't take my eyes off of your nails. What happened to those?
Wow.
What happened to these? My nails are always fancy.
Yeah, but not like this. I
Oh,
think it was
yeah,
the
these are
fanciest one so
green.
far, yeah?
Oh, by the way, exclusive news. I'm just so distracted by the news on
Yeah?
TV. So
Oh.
tonight there's going to be the red moon. And there's going to be a partial eclipse tonight. Yo, stay away from vampires, everybody. And oh, by the way, do you guys talking about relationship? Do you see the news about Shawn Mendes and
Oh, yeah, they
Camila
broke
Cabello?
up.
They broke up in a very nice way.
Oh, I didn't see that. I just saw that they broke up.
They both posted very nicely saying, we're just going to be friends. We still love each other. Haha.
Aw.
So peaceful, right? In Korea, haha. 다 지우고.
그치.
I hate you. 막
다
이렇게
지우고.
하는데. How about you, Michelle? How is everything?
Everything is good.
I'm
as
glad you're back
always.
here. Especially thanks to you, our Instagram is lively again.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
I
yay.
tried.
And
I
you kind of
tried.
look extremely busy these days. What's going on with you?
I
work in school?
Yeah, I'm a full-time student.
Yeah.
I'm working full-time here.
Right.
I also have another job.
Right.
And then I'm vice president and the election's going on. And yeah, and I have a dance video coming up, so I have to practice for that.
아이고. Are you biting off too much more than you can chew?
That's a recurring theme in my life, actually.
It's okay. 어릴 때는 고생해도 돼요.
맞아.
그래서 that's why today's theme is so important. You guys need to keep sending in your tips because I need them.
How to stay healthy,
Yeah.
right? Everybody, this is our chipping cue. Anyway, so enough of small talk. Of course, this hour-long race we will use. Yeah, we have us crying, laughing, yelling all about nothing. I don't even know what we're talking about because we don't know what's ahead of us. We have a very different topic every week,
Yes.
and even us, we don't know what
Yeah.
each other our topic is. We are secretly sending it to Michelle. Wait, Michelle, you know all about it. What topics are you the chapter?
No, I only know the synopsis because we need to know what kind of songs to play. I actually don't know Giselle's at all.
Oh, what about mine though?
I don't know yours at all
Yeah.
too because I told people to send it and
나
only
너무
Xander
띄-
listened.
야!
I didn't send it over.
I'm
to her.
쌤
Yeah.
보내야 하는데 안 보낸
어,
거예요.
일부러
쌤이
안
잘못한
보냈어요.
거야.
진짜 나 너무 바보 같다. 순진하게. So alright, what we are doing here is every week, four of us, we bring really different stories. 피디님 꼭 보내세요, 여러분. Send it to 피디님 maybe. So each time we have to choose, and we have a wheel of fortune. How do you say that? With different topics here. This week we are so smart. Last week we wrote all the topic
I
and
know.
title here. This week we don't know. It's only initial here where you guys will see very soon. And then please vote throughout the segment. You have a chance to win a coffee.
That's right.
And for us, what we have to do is we have to tell us stories about different topics. I'm still not used to it. I'm so scared, you know.
I'm so scared
Storytelling.
too.
Right?
The thing about today is I'm extremely curious about your topic. Yeah. Because you sounded so confident this morning about winning today. Yeah.
아니야.
No?
That was just opening was written by Michelle. It's fake news, everyone. 진짜. But anyway, guys, have a look on the wheel here. Screen 보면, this is a very special wheel this time because you have no idea what we're talking about. VC, CC, bonus, toy 3. So apparently bonus is like something we have to do punishment on.
Yeah.
Oh my god. And I have like 4 paper here. Should we spin the wheel right now?
Yes, let's do it.
Are we supposed to say the magic word?
Yes.
What is it? 돌려
돌림판.
Okay, let's go. 하나, 둘, 셋. 돌림판.
안 돌아가는데?
What are we having?
Who is CC?
CC.
I think it's you.
Oh, yeah, it's me.
Yeah.
헐, 왜
Wait, let me guess let me guess what a CC
Guess,
is
what's
first.
CC?
It's a campus couple, right?
Church
No?
couple.
Church couple. Church
Coffee 맛있다.
Company couple.
company coffee
Cool cat.
couple? Cool. What?
Cool cat.
Cool cat.
Thanks, Michelle, for pretending not to know.
Okay.
So anybody know what CC is? Originally, it's called cancel couple. Cancel couple.
어머.
Campus couple. But 아니에요. Today, what I'm going to talk about is cancel culture.
Okay.
Are you guys familiar about cancel culture?
Yes.
Right. So what happened about cancel culture is that it has been quite a big issue in the States, in Hollywood, different countries like Southeast Asian countries like Singapore. They're very aware about cancel culture. So what cancel culture we do is like if anybody, especially a public person, entertainer, if they do anything wrong, you cancel them basically and you boycott them. So the beginning of it starts with actually it's actually a good act of trying to depower the politicians, influencers, people with strong authority. If they don't do anything good, you actually try to cancel them and then try to give them less authority. So I'm trying to ask you guys an opinion. What do you think? You think cancel culture in the showbiz? What do you think about it? What's your opinion on it? Do you think it's a necessary thing? Is it good? Is it bad? Do you agree with it? Because FYI in Korea, we have been doing this since long ago. Korean culture, we belong to a CC cancel culture culture here. So whoever just do a little mistake, you're off the list basically, right? You can't really come back. What do you guys think? You guys are all like,
I want to know
"Mom."
about your opinion.
Ooh.
My opinion, very interesting because I think cancel culture, I think it's kind of, I'm used to it here in Korea. You just do a single mistake. But what I feel really bad is like this time, there are people here, okay, let's say Leon Teo actually say, boo, never a supporter of cancel culture. It's so lame. Everyone deserves a second chance. This is exactly my thought about second chance. Don't we all have a right to have a second chance here, right?
Right.
But then cancel culture at the same time, some people like saying, let's say, okay, this person accidentally had a traffic accident and killed somebody. This is so bad. And then people are like, you cannot come back. You shouldn't come back. But some Hollywood stars, even they commit crime like drugs, DUI, or they do some nasty stuff, they still come back on screen, right?
Right.
Like nothing happened. So what do you guys think? And are we too much in doing cancel culture in Korea?
I think it's too much going on in South Korea, especially because like no matter like the size of crime you committed in the past, like they just see it as the same. If you commit at least like 1 or 2, then that means you're canceled in this culture, right?
Right.
So, and I kind of hate that.
You know what the funny
unless,
thing?
Yeah, and I'm not done yet. Wait. So unless this crime or fault the person committed in the show business, unless it's a really bad one, I think he or she deserves a second chance. Definitely.
The funny thing is, like, even Sam saying this, there will be people who like saying that, wow, how dare you say that? Cancel culture 당연히 해야지.
Yeah.
Sam, 그럼 너도, and they start attacking us if we say that. So today on our show, I just want to say all of this is like personal opinion. You guys have the right to complain, Shop 1013. If you don't agree, feel free. We are open. We are a democratic country, baby. So Sam say that it's like too much,
Yeah.
that kind of thing. What about you, Giselle? Do you think people deserve it?
I also feel like it's a little too much too.
In Korea,
Yes.
especially.
I mean, it's important to have responsibility for your actions, like when you're like a celebrity.
Right.
But I mean, they're also human being at the same time. So you know, they're always gonna make mistake. They're not perfect.
그니까.
And I feel like sometimes people just need someone to blame on.
Oh, right. It's like angry.
Yeah.
What about you, Michelle? For you, among us, of course, yeah.
I have a hard time with this question because when I think in my American mindset, I'm like, yeah, cancel culture is lame. And I switch back to my Korean mindset. I'm like, I get why people want to cancel people.
Right?
So I go back and forth, but I do. No, I would still lean more on no on cancel culture. Yeah.
Like giving people a second chance.
But it's not really because I think that people like deserve second chances. It's just like I think everyone else just needs to move on and not be so caught up in like other people's stuff.
Right.
If they do drugs, but then they get inspired and they move on and they have all this amazing music that they want to release, and you appreciate them as an artist, like. Do you not want to listen to it? Like I think you're missing out if you want to cancel them. But then on the other side, they're like, no, that's a bad influence. Like they didn't match up to their public figure responsibility. So I get that too. So it's
나도.
fishy, iffy, sticky.
I have this happen. I have also this 반반 thing. Part of me, what I don't like about it is, let's say Kim Seon-ho this time. You know, he has this thing about abortion, whatever thing. People, before even knowing what's happening, a lot of people say, "Oh, cancel him. Oh, he sucks. He's bad. We don't deserve it." Afterwards, only when he started explaining and exposing the real detail about the conversation, people are like, "Oh, that's not really the news. That's not really the case. I do understand, but." Isn't it too late already? You guys already canceled him, already throw stones at him, right? And even second thing is now EXO member Chen. Apparently he is having a second kid.
Right.
And people are like trying to cancel him and say, ask him to leave the group. This is another thing.
Yeah,
I'm like,
that's absurd.
right? I'm like, oh, so idols can have baby? Maybe next week we should talk about idols having baby. Or not,
Oh,
right? We can
man.
talk about that. But another part of me, I'll be very honest, my Thanos side is like, we need to cancel people so that new people could come up. You need one people down to give opportunity to other people. So I don't know if I feel very ironic about this. So everybody, let us know what you feel. Anybody want to add anything to it about cancel culture?
그냥 착하게 삽시다, 여러분.
그니까 그리고 그쵸. 그러니까 피해자가 있는 사건이 있다면 if there's a victim for what he or she has committed, then that's a cancel for sure. But
PD님 생각, right? Exactly. So it depends on the level of how bad or how good this is.
Yeah.
Let us know your opinion. Let us know. Shop 113 or for free on our YouTube chat. We'll be right back after a song. This is Bobby with Spotlight. Moving on, time to spin the wheel for the next topic. Are you guys ready?
yeah.
돌려
돌림
brand.
Sounds messy.
I know, right? Okay, the next
Not me.
돌?
돌? Whose
Is
topic
it
is
돌 or 돌?
Tor. So I brought a topic under the name of Tor, which is stone in English.
It's your topic, Sam?
Yeah, it is my topic.
설마 쌤 돌잔치 축하해. You had a hidden son, right? 몰래 애기 낳지?
That's where my head
그럴
went
줄
to.
알았어.
아 진짜?
No, I wasn't even thinking about 돌 as in
What were you
What
thinking?
were you thinking?
oh no, stone.
아이돌.
어, 도라이?
No,
돌
it has
아이?
nothing to do with idols or
그럼 왜
stones
돌?
or whatever. So this topic I brought today is somewhat sensitive in Korean culture.
Uh-huh.
So a couple of days back in Daegu or Daejeon area, I forgot the region, but I saw it on the news that a guy in his 50s or 60s, an old guy, during about 2 or 3 in the morning, he was drunk. Like really drunk. He was drunk walking and decided to pick up this like huge stone on the street, right? And he decided to throw it towards the cars, and a delivery man was hit by the stone and he passed away instantly. And I think this is a problem because that drinking culture in Korea, I think, needs to be fixed. You know what I mean? They need to learn how to like drink in a much more nicer manner. And I was super angry looking at that thing. And there are a lot of drunk drivers out there. And yeah.
Oh my god. Okay, so the thing is
Drinking
like,
culture
this could
thing,
be a very sensitive
Yeah.
topic, like you say, right? Especially, I mean, it happens in every country. A lot of country we also drink a lot, let's say, but It seems like in Korea, I don't know, maybe is the punishment not strong enough compared to
I
other
think
countries?
so too, especially with the people who do that drunk drive thing.
DUI, right?
I disagree with that culture, you know?
진짜 단속 같은 것도 많이 잡았잖아요.
그니까 좀 더 그랬으면 사실 좋겠다 이런 거 좀 아쉬워요 사실. Like the delivery man, he didn't have to die that way.
Right?
Yeah.
Especially 연말이면 회식 많잖아요,
그러니까.
여러분. What I really hate, let's not go too extreme about like 돌. 돌까지 아니라도 what I really hate is like 식당 안에 손님들 너무 주장 부리는 거. After they drink alcohol, they're like, 사장님 왜 그래?
그니까.
And like I'm like, oh my god, don't please 아저씨.
그니까.
Please behave 아저씨.
So I have like I didn't want it to go any more extreme than how it is now. So I brought a way to stop drinking alcohol, like 15 tips to stop drinking alcohol for the people who think they're alcoholic.
Okay.
So the first step of doing so is start with a plan. Like, why do you drink alcohol? You have to know that 1st. And after that, when you know why, and you should start finding about what triggers you to drink. Yeah, is it because of the emotional reason or some certain situations that make you drink all the time? And have a plan for withdrawal. And try moderating or cutting back first.
Right.
Consider medication as an option and practice self-care. Find new activities to replace alcohol. Start a mindful practice like yoga or meditations or whatever. And practice tuning down drinks. This is the most important one. And find something else you like to drink. Like it could be coffee or tea or whatever. Yeah. Actually, it's a way of starting 다과땡, 다도회, like learning how to drink the tea properly. That's actually a really good way to overcome this thing. And reward yourself with success if you make it, like to quit alcohol and just don't give up on it. Yeah.
나는 솔직히 I disagree with Sam.
Yeah?
Because those 진상, those bad people, they themselves don't even know their problem, honestly. So what I really feel is here comes my tolerance again. 이런 사람은 법적으로 더 강하게 진짜 punish 해야 돼요. For example, I think people should have a strong record leaving. If you were a customer who had a past record of already doing bad things after drinking, leave a mark. And once again, then you have to be really penalized or go to jail. That's what I really think. 이런 사람은 진짜 한 번에 감옥 가야 정신 차릴 것 같아. So that's what I feel. And
This is the person I miss the most. 펭수 아빠님. I like Kride, but I can't hear it in the office. I'll listen to it again on next Wednesday. I wanted to come about. I had no time. I'm just watching you guys. I'll also listen to it on next Wednesday. Sorry for that. And 펭수 아빠님, I still keep your letter you sent us a couple months back.
Right. Anyway, 펭수 아빠. 진짜 쌤을 진짜 기다리고 있었어요.
네.
Alright guys, let us know. 여러분 어떤 방법 있는지 이런 거 좀 공유해 주세요. Shop 1013. We're gonna come back for more of this talk after a song break. This is Bandit with Jungle. See you in part 3. You're listening to Kride on TBS EFM 101.3 in Seoul and surrounding areas and 90.5 in Busan. I'm the driver Alexander.
And I'm your driver, Samuel. You can listen live with our mobile app, TBS EFM, or catch our visual radio over on YouTube under the same name.
Of course, you can also tune in our website, tbsefm.so.kr. And we are in the studio with Michelle and Giselle. A good news for everybody. Before we remind you our chipping cue of the day, today we have 3 coffee coupons.
That's unusual.
오늘 PD님께서는 커피 쿠폰 3개 있어요. 문자 많이 보내주세요. Woo! So what is our chipping cue of the day? Can we also ask Giselle and Michelle? Do we have time for that?
Hey Giselle, 내가 건강 관리를 위해 요즘 하고 있는 것은 무엇인가요? How are you taking care of your health these days? Share your health tips with us.
It was so ironic if Giselle
I
said
don't really take care of my
술.
health. I take a few vitamins,
Okay.
A few? Are you sure it's a few?
like 5 or 6, I think.
That's 5 or 6 more than what I take.
every morning.
Okay. What else? Do you work out? Or?
I used to
Yeah?
do Pilates for like a couple years, but then
You're going acrobatic.
and then after the pandemic happened, I stopped going to the gym, and then it became a habit.
A habit of not going to gym.
Yes. It's
good
just
to be
so hard
safe.
to work out regularly. It's just
Yeah.
impossible. It seems impossible right now.
Right, vitamins. Good. Michelle, what about you?
Health is not a priority.
Yeah, not yet for her because she's
Wow.
still in her 20s and she's still like 26, right?
One thing I did notice, 25.
Yeah,
thank
okay.
you. 나도 예민해졌어 because
Okay.
I'm in college with like super young kids and I feel so old there. Anyway,
우리가 뭐 같아?
Wait, you call 20 or 21 years old super young kids?
I'm a sophomore in college
Yeah.
and the people in my year are 5 years younger than I am.
Okay.
And this year's
늦게
freshmen are
들어갔어.
6 years younger. Next year they're going to be 7 years younger. And I'm like, oh my gosh, you
That's,
guys are so
that's
young.
not really important thing.
Okay.
근데 미셸
not-
30대부터 재밌어 인생.
아, 네.
That's not even true. That's not even true at all. Like, but you know, age don't matter.
Yeah.
아니야.
That's the one thing that I learned.
Somebody told me, 30대부터 이제 인생도 30% 할인이야. 매력도 30%
어머.
할인. Oh my god, I'm like,
That's so
yeah, so
sad.
mean.
That is-
like
who
40대
said
대봐라.
that?
40대 할인 또 된다. I'm like, I'm like, 아니, I'm gonna be like 40%
No,
more
but like
expensive.
we started at like 1,000%, so it's percentages. Wait, that doesn't work though. Then.
Oh, here comes the nerdy
Oh
thing.
man, it's okay, whatever. But
It's okay. Stay healthy though. Get enough sleep. I think you need to sleep enough, Michelle. You're working too much.
네,
Tempo.
돌릴까요?
Right. Everybody let us know what your health and like health tips is. Sharp 101 charge 101 for longer messages. And we're back with Around the Track, where we
Yes.
have actually different topics here. Should we continue right away?
I
돌립시다.
love how you guys skipped the description I wrote for Giselle and Michelle. Last week I wrote we are joined by lovely Michelle and Giselle, and this week I wrote we are joined by amazing human beings Giselle and Michelle.
This is what
Both
the
weeks
작가-
they are not
You guys.
reading this.
작가들 manipulate. Okay, 해줄게 잠깐만.
해줄게.
We are joined by amazing human beings, Giselle and Michelle, for today's edition of Around the Track.
Yes, the pretty young thing.
Ew. Okay, let's move on.
Thank you.
Should we spin the wheel right now?
Yeah.
Let's go. 돌려,
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 돌림판. I wonder what we're having.
Oh,
Three.
Okay, what's
That is
3?
moi.
Your topic 3?
Yes, because
Three?
today is November 19th,
Mm-hmm.
and today marks the 3rd year I've been at TBS. Like exactly. 그래가지고 제가 I learned from Giselle last week, and I was like, let me get sappy and get the snacks. So
Oh.
I wrote a little.
That wasn't even my intention at all.
I know.
though.
I wrote a little letter / speech to read to you guys.
Oh.
Okay,
my
잠깐만.
third
Before you
week.
start your
네,
speech,
네, 네.
do you want to have the 동굴 목소리 or just normal
동굴?
voice?
좋을 것 같은데 동굴.
동굴
동굴 목소리.
네, 주세요.
Let's do it. Go for it.
The effects.
Go, go, go.
안녕하세요. Oh my goodness.
Speech time.
Okay. Oh wow.
River.
All right. A name is the first thing that becomes our own when we're born. For some of us, we are given a name even before we say hello to the world. And as you all know, my name is Michelle, and that's what I was called for most of my life. 3 years ago today, I was called something other than Michelle, and that was 작가님, or my title as a writer here at TBS EFM. It was weird at first. I wasn't sure if I liked it or didn't. I think the discomfort mainly came from the fact that I hadn't completely moved on from my previous aspirations to become a K-pop idol. In my mind, I had let go of a dream I hadn't yet achieved and was quote-unquote settling to work behind the scenes. Of course, I had my reasons for leaving my previous path, but 지금 생각해보면 미련이 남아 있었던 것 같아요. 끝을 보기 좋아하는 사람한테는 포기라는 것이 오히려 많은 용기가 필요한 것이라는 걸 그때 깨닫는 중이었어요. In the midst of that internal struggle I was having, I was scared to take this job on because I never thought of myself as a creative soul. To share something about myself, i.e. never get bored, I could have fun filing papers all day. So rather thinking and putting those thoughts into presentable words, please no thank you. So to be honest, my first All Things K-pop scripts actually took me 6 hours to write. I would go back in and fix this and that. 여기에 이 단어가 더 좋을 것 같은데? 이 대사는 이 DJ가 말하는 게 더 재밌으려나? 등 잘하고 싶은 욕심은 많은데 제 스스로의 기준이 없어서 그때는 수정하고 또 수정하고의 반복이었어요. But thanks to all the people that helped me through the process of becoming grounded, I am here with you guys as a writer for Kride. Who would have known that finding a random, out-of-place job post on Craigslist would lead to years of memories and friendships that I cherish more than anything? Before you know it, something random can turn into a sweet rendezvous, and that is definitely the case for me. Now, 작가님 is a title I am proud of and I strive to live up to it. It reminds me always that I am capable of more than I deem possible for myself and that there are pleasant surprises at every turn you take in life, regardless of if they were moves you wanted to take. It seems to me that Kride is the pleasant gift I've been presented with at this chapter in my life, and I'm grateful that you guys are all here with me. Here's to many more drives and races around the track. Thank you.
Oh my god. Go, Michelle.
That was touching.
It was?
Yeah.
Yay.
되게 긴 편지다.
아, 그래요? 오늘 출근하는 길을 버스에서 썼는데 약간 울었어요. 혼자서.
그러니까.
가지고.
Wow.
방금도 읽는데 되게 슬퍼 보였어.
Oh, really? 오늘 아니요, 저 슬프지 않습니다. 매우 행복합니다.
Okay, question for you. For
네.
3 years, what was the most memorable thing to you or traumatizing? Something you remember very deep in this 3 years?
Memorable thing was when we stay until like 2-3 a.m. to work on the script and print it for like big 방송s like 현장 방송 or the Christmas special we had with ATKO's You and Kate and we had that show like at TBS. And then 근데 그때 그게 그러니까 작가로서의 희열이 어디서 오냐면은 you write it thinking that like 산다가 이렇게 읽으면 너무 좋겠다. 막 샘이 이렇게 읽으면 너무 좋겠다. 근데 그게 그러니까 큰 방송에서 몇 주 동안 기획을 하고 만든 방송에서 그렇게 딱 이렇게 현실이 되면은 그때 the like here is unforgettable. So I would have to pick like the Christmas special that we did together. That was really special because that was the first time we had like listeners come and watch it, and yeah, it was really nice.
Wow.
That was a good time, I must say. And afterwards, Corona is here. We never had any 특집 anymore. Oh, that's so sad. So, 3 years of writer life here in TBS.
Yes.
Not only for all things K-pop, K-Ride, you also work for Sweet Rendezvous. You did a lot of campaign things here. Basically, you're like a TBS really worker here, right? We have a message from Elena Bellin. Just I want to read this.
Happy 3rd year anniversary, Michelle.
작가님.
작가님. Continue fulfilling all your dreams, goals, and plans with a brave and hopeful heart, plus a smart mind. Be strong, be healthy, and happy. You can do it.
Nice. Janice Arado saying Michelle is really a good writer.
Yes, she
Awesome.
is.
Thank you.
Andrina Yusti.
Oh, this speech is really touching.
I know.
I'm glad.
Mildred said, congratulations, Michelle, for being the TBS 작가 for 3 years. I know that you're going to be a script writer for many more years to go. Love you, Michelle.
Thank you guys.
All right. So, Michelle, so far, have you ever met any nasty people here on TBS?
Yes.
Not
Give
yet?
us a clue. Maybe like an initial of a name or something?
없으면 지금 해줄게. 작가님, 글씨 안 보여요. 다시 뽑아. 와,
To explain, 제가 여기 시작했을 때 혹시 이거 크게 인쇄 안 해도 되냐요? 그거 물어봤는데 두 분 다 괜찮다고
난
하셨습니다.
두 쪽 모아가 좋아요 지금처럼. And I have a question for you, 작가님. 근데 이게 스크립트를 주면 그대로 뭔가 의도한 대로 읽어줬으면 좋겠어요? 아니면 뭔가 얘네가 다른 게 들어갔으면 좋겠어?
But sometimes when I write it, I feel like, oh, if I write it like this, then they will probably think of this and mention this too. But sometimes I don't write it because I want it to be a natural occurrence. But then sometimes that doesn't happen, but a lot of times I think it does. So it's really important that I know you too. So I could write in your guys' voices.
Wow.
1213 say, wow, that was so genuine. Wishing you all the happiness. Yay! One last thing I want to tell Michelle is I really feel that I've been working with a lot of 작가 also throughout the showbiz also. She's one of the best, I must say. Because a good writer is somebody who could actually put themselves in the host perspective, think about what they say, think about the whole program, what question to ask during the interview. You nailed it, and you even did it more by making the SNS, our Instagram account, really perfect right now. So this is a really shout out to you. I'm so glad you're back here, 진짜.
Especially the one video she made for us and Bogabu yesterday.
Exactly.
It
There was a lot of
amazing.
passion and effort here. So thank you so much, and congratulations on the 3rd year.
Congratulations.
Hopefully you work for until like 30 years. Even though Kira might not be here. Anyway, we're going to listen to a song and be right back. This is Eric Nam with Love Yourself. So curious because we have already 3 topics out. We might go to Giselle's one or we might take the bonus one. I kind of
take
wish we get a bonus.
bonus.
궁금하다. Anyway, should we spin the wheel one more time?
Yeah.
Let's go. 돌려 돌려
돌림판.
돌림판. What are we having? 3 again. So we have to spin it
다시요.
one more time.
돌려, 돌려, 돌림판.
You spin my hair around.
Again.
One
No,
more
no, no.
time.
No, it's not the
No,
same.
you
It's
know
Giselle's
what that
favorite,
is.
Yeah.
Wait, that's
VC.
Giselle.
It's mine.
What is VC?
VC means vicious cycle.
Oh.
You know, remember last week I wanted to talk about relationships?
Right. Oh, so you're in a relationship again in the vicious cycle?
No.
Okay.
In a vicious cycle? No, that's not true. Like I just wanted to talk about some breakup issues with you guys.
Oh.
I wanted to know your thoughts as well.
It's
'cause
okay,
I was,
Giselle.
No, stop. I was listening to my debut song, and I wrote that song before my debut, and it's called 받지마. And that song was about me selfishly try to like
Call
call that
somebody.
person.
Uh-huh.
And at the same time, I already know that this is not going to work out,
Right.
even if we get back together. So at the same time, wishing that he doesn't pick up.
Wow.
But that was actually, I added a little bit of fiction to it because I thought that was more fun.
Uh-huh.
But in real life, what happened was that, I was getting constant calls after the breakup.
Uh-huh.
But, my judgments were cloudy. I didn't know like what was right. So that kind of didn't help me at all to move on.
Did you pick up the phone at the end?
A few times, yeah. And I thought that was the opening gate for vicious cycle. It, drags you from moving forward.
Because you need it because you're a musician, right? Isn't that your energy source? Inspiration? Motivation?
After I'm like, I move forward. Maybe if I look back on my past relationship, that gives me inspiration in some way. But I mean, at the moment when I'm like going through heartbreaking moment, I don't think it really helps me out. I think I get like really emotional.
근데 I'm so curious. If this is personal, you don't have to answer. But like 헤어지는 조건 봐야 되잖아요. Like the reason for breaking up. Was it a bad breakup? Was it a good breakup?
But the relationship that I wrote for that song was really toxic. I felt like it wasn't healthy at all. I wasn't myself. There are people who make you not yourself.
Oh yeah, the gaslighting.
You're
butt.
right. You're constantly avoiding fights, or the moment that you disagree with that person, you don't want any negativity. But but that actually means that you're not honest.
Right.
You can't really like fight.
Right.
You can't really say that I disagree
Right.
or anything like that. And I thought it was going for like 3 years. I think it was over 3-year relationship, and I didn't know that it was like
That's
that.
what we call toxic relationship, basically.
I know.
Right?
So after I decided to, I have to protect myself, so let's end it. And then after we broke up, those phone calls and late night texts just kind of like, made my judgment cloudy.
Right.
Because you need a certain amount of time to move on.
Right.
And maybe forget about that person. But I think right after breakup is the time when you get so vulnerable and
Right,
you're not
right,
sure
right.
about your decision. So like I just wanted to ask you guys, how do you deal with
Let's start with
have you ever been in a vicious cycle after your breakup?
Let's start with level 25.
What's your point of view?
Michelle.
I have never been through like a major breakup. So but my ex actually started snooping around my Instagram like this past week, and I was
Oh.
talking to my friend Christina, producer, about this, and I just blocked him on all like platforms.
Wow, you blocked him. So 잔인해.
So-
How did you break up with him?
How did I break up with him? Over the phone, because I wasn't planning to break up, but I was like, oh, this guy, no. So I was just like, well, let's just break up. So
Over the phone?
yeah.
Cool.
Wow.
It was not worth it to even like meet up in person, because I was so disappointed in him.
Oh, ouch.
So-
Ouch.
Yeah, it was a very short term. Like we knew each other for like 4 months all in total. So, but anyway, yeah. So I think I would block the person.
What about you, Sam? What do you think?
No, I would do nothing.
Nothing?
I'm too lazy to think about all those relationships or breakup after.
No, I don't believe that though.
You know what? I was the type of person who was just like you, like who struggled to get over, move forward and stuff. But after like passing a certain age, I started not giving a thing about those kind of stuff anymore.
그거 maturing이요.
I mean,
One last thing I just want to say, no matter what, there's a golden rule. 새벽에 오는 전화랑 문자는 it's 100%
그건
감성.
그래.
It's emotional text message at night or call. So do not. Your judgment is more clear during the daytime when the sunlight is up.
That is true.
그래서 그럴 때는 안 받는 게 좋습니다. 하지만 저는 맨날 전화하는 편이에요. Alright guys, Giselle's story, that was very interesting. Remember, we're going to listen to her song, which is her song, and you guys have to remember to vote. We're going to be back after this song Giselle was talking about featuring Chancellor. 받지마! 그링 그링.